Okay, general science, this is experiment 13.2. We're looking at the digestive system. If you chose to do 13.1 and you chewed up a saltine cracker and made it super spitty and nasty in your mouth and you did it long enough that it tastes sweet, good on you. I can't do that. I start to gag and it's disgusting. I've had quite a few students throw up with that experiment, so hope you tried it. Okay, but today's experiment is talking more about the stomach and the acids in the stomach. And we are going to be using some toilet bowl cleaner because that is the most comparable strength of acid that your stomach has. Your stomach acid is so strong that it could clean your toilet. So the next time you get sick, just go ahead and swirl that stuff around in there and it'll knock off all the nasty crud and your toilet will be cleaner. Gross. So today, what I have for you with this experiment is this. Take a good look. It's a nice purpley color. This is called a pH indicator. pH is our percent hydrogen, and it's going to go from 1 to 14, 1 being very, very acidic, and 14 being very alkaline or basic. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to add some stomach acid to our pH indicator, which is just red cabbage leaves. And then we are going to add some Tums to it. Here's our Tums. And you're going to see what happens, and then you're going to tell me what the role of Tums is or what it does to our stomach. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is add some of our stomach acid. That's just a teaspoon of stomach acid to our indicator. Ruh-roh. Hopefully you've noticed a color change. Swirl that around. I was using this for coffee earlier, but I won't anymore. It changed color. We've got a bright pink. So now what I'm going to do is add a Tums, and I chose to use a white Tums so we had no other color interfering with this change. Now, when you have a Tums, if any of you are so lucky to have had stomach troubles that you needed one of these things, you don't swallow them whole. So we're not going to drop it in whole. You generally chew it. So I did pretend chewing on this one by just smashing it between 2 spoons. And we are going to add that, so watch closely here. We'll see if anything happens. You can see what's happening. I'll move the numbers to the back. Give it a little stir. Our stomach, being a muscle, is smooshing our food around and mashing it up. It makes a really good stirrer for us. We've got a little bit of frothiness. So if you've ever had an upset stomach and you choose to take some Tums, something you'll do is burp because it's making a gas with the different reaction in your stomach. Now at this point, not much change has happened other than our fizzing. We've got lots of fizzing. I still got a few chunks I'm trying to get. Usually when I chew Tums up, because I'm lucky enough to have had to take Tums, I chew them better than large chunks. I send them in as a bit of a powder into my stomach. So I'm just going to help them with my pretend chewing here. So hopefully you all have your butcher paper. Look at this. This poor person is burping like crazy. Look at all that gas they're making up. And they're probably some juicy burps. Poor guy or gal. The only time I need to take Tums is when I'm pregnant. So I haven't had to take Tums in a year and a half. Woohoo! They are not my favorite thing. Okay, so this poor person is still very, very pink in the stomach. They are not happy. So we're going to give them another one. Usually on the box it tells you, actually I can read it for you, take 2 to 3 tablets. So at this point I've only given them 1 tablet. This would be like some young child who needed to take one. These are also a great source of calcium. Okay. And so I'm just pretend crushing it right now with my non-existent teeth because I'm not putting this in my mouth. And I'm going to put it back in the rest of my chunks. If I can get as much of these tablets in there as I can. It's a pretty riveting video. Oh, it's all over me. It's not poisonous. You obviously eat it. So I'm going to be okay, but I got Tums all over my pants. Okay. Here we go. Our friend here is taking Tums number 2. Oh boy, we got all kinds of gas buildup. it doesn't get gas all over my table. That's why we're using this white plastic. This is not the color of my table. Okay, they're finally feeling a little better. Hopefully you notice something change in our stomach coloring. If you remember when we started, our pH indicator was a nice purple. Then we added our very strong toilet bowl cleaner stomach acid, and it turned a brilliant pink. After one Tums, it was still pink. Poor guy still felt sick. The second Tums, we now have a very nice kind of a milky purple. This gets us right back to our pH balance of about a neutral, which would be a 7 or would be a water. So you have hopefully all the evidence you need to answer the question, which is, what does taking Tums do to your stomach acid? That's the question I'd like you to answer, and I'd like you to use evidence from this. So you should have written down the results, and then you're going to use those in your conclusion. All right, that's the end of this lab.